on.
That's why I was trying to. I mean, I know that.
Bam, blam,
I'm
blam.
anticipating that the orchestra's going to sound like as brash. You know,
Yeah.
in fact, even more brash than the original.
He always runs while others walk. He looks at this world and wants it all.
That's right, isn't it?
I wasn't really worried about fashion or other people's opinions. It's just I had those songs in my head and I heard them the way that I heard them, and I just wanted to record them the way I wanted to record them. I mean, I didn't have an agenda about subtly bending the curve of popular music in this country, and making something different and making a big statement, because it isn't. I mean, it feels like a personal record to me because I've made it, but I never wrote any of the material.
Can you imagine writing something and somebody does it 20 years later or whatever and just throws a whole new light on it? It's very flattering and it's terrific.
He acts while other men just talk.
He's got this whole attitude towards this material that I don't have and never will have.
Yeah. And I think in a way, like, the song's about power, but it was all about admiring this person who gets any woman he wants and he can do anything. It's all about this guy's got a life without consequence.
I called up Don Black. I said, "How do you feel about writing a lyric called Thunderball?" What's that? I said, "I don't know."
I remember going to my dictionary to look up the word Thunderball, and it wasn't there. So I thought, what does it mean? I mean, it doesn't mean anything. In the film, I think it was a code name.
Thunderball is a ridiculous song title. I mean, it's so... What is it, And I was flying down from London to the Bahamas, and I picked up a magazine, and it said that the Italians called... The nickname the Italians had for James Bond was Mr. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. And I thought, what a great title. That is just a great title. And so when I arrived down there, I said to come in, I said, it's just a terrific Mr. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. You can't, everybody knows that's got to be James Bond. And we don't have to write a song called Thunderball, which, what is Thunderball?
He looks at the world and wants it all, so he strikes like Thunderball. But really, it's a bit of cartoon nonsense.
And then we called Tom Jones. He came in saying, he said, "What does it mean? Tom, just sing it, okay?" Let's get deep. Deep is not what we're looking after here. Just be convincing. Just take a note out of Shirley's book. Just be convincing. Just don't ask any question. Thunderball, and it strikes like Thunderball. I mean, whatever.
And Tom gives it plenty of macho, machismo, testosterone.
Well, that's why I don't really want to compete with Tom Jones if we can help it.
He's Tom.
Yeah.
He's the governor.
I think drama played a big part in these songs. I mean, I remember when Tom Jones recorded Thunderball. I'll never forget it because on the last note he fainted. It's a very high note, whatever that note is, and he did it in one take. And he went on and did some other bits of the song, but he couldn't do that more than once. And he sings it in his act to this day, Tom Jones. And I asked him about this recently, and he told me he'd lowered the key, which doesn't surprise me because it was so overly dramatic and theatrical.
He looks at this world and wants it all. So he strikes like Thunderball.
It's a guy singing a song about a guy. It's a kind of vaguely homoerotic sort of song, really. It's a bizarre kind of lyric. So, he always runs while others walk. He acts while other men just talk. There's this guy following this man almost with a camera, studying his every move, celebrating it and sort of wanting to be him. It's dead obsessive. And when we first met, David Arnold and stuff, I could tell David had a lot of ideas about how it should be sung in tune and in time, but he wanted to go beyond that, and I really like doing that. You sort of conceptualise a little bit, and you get right inside the song.
Any woman he wants, he gets.
David Arnold has put his own signature to them, which is a hell of a compliment. because, you know, John Barry is Bond. But now David has given it sort of end of the millennium touch. He's sprinkled a little bit of contemporary feeling to it, but lost none of the integrity of the original.
There's 8 people here working, studios booked, we lost today.
Muscular and out there.
He's just a wild maverick, isn't he? He's got a license to kill. There aren't that many people with a license to kill, is there? And he's got it. He's the man.
But I think my favourite would probably be You Only Live Twice, just because...
Went downstairs, and at this point,